that off. So, where to begin? Well, I guess I didn't think I'd make it this far. I also started this off as a hobby, and I'm surprised so many people are watching my videos. I just wanted to make these videos for prosperity's sake initially, so that Armor Core wouldn't fade out of existence. It was sort of something not a lot of people know about. But with Armor Core 6, people are starting to ask this question: what is Armor Core? What is it like? And really, it's an experience. It's a journey of the mind, You get this blank character, doesn't speak, and you get to be him. You get to live him. Or her. There is no gender. There's only the Raven. You have war, you have corruption, corporate greed, corporate squabbles, and they all have to be settled with a gun. And you, a merc, you're in the middle of it. And it's amazing. You change the world around you. Whoever you side with, they like you, they'll give you free stuff. Whoever you don't, they might hate you and try and get you killed. But you change the world. You get to see the world change as you go along. You might make things better, you might make things worse. You might take down a government, you might establish one. And you never know what will happen. You could lead to the downfall of humanity or the rise of it. But Armor Core always has one thing I love. No matter what you do, how you play, or what style of AC you run, you stay focused, determined. Oh man, you're gonna have a wild time. I have never had a bad time playing Armor Core. I never had a moment where I said, I really wish I didn't have this game, I just always was like, yeah, this is fun. I never hated the game. Because Armor Core rewards you. No matter what. Everything is rewarded. And it's just great. I've never been bored. I can always have fun with it. When I'm bored, I play Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds too. Okay? That's what I play when I'm bored. Literally. I've but Armor Core. This is a game I played against my brother so much. We played it together. We watched each other play. We took turns. We fought against each other in the multiplayer mode. We had so many wild times. I mean, it was like Armor Core and Soul Calibur. That was like our early life together, and I was lucky enough to have a brother that was like also like a giant gaming nut, and his prize collection. Oh man, all the Armor Cores were like on the first 2 pages, or the 3. I don't know. Let's see. He didn't have Masters Arena, but he had Phantasma. He had Armor Core. He had 2 Another Age, 3 Silent Line. Let's see. He had 9 Breaker, Nexus Disc 1 and Disc 2, and Last Raven. I guess in my collection, I have 4 For Answer, 5 Verdict Day. I couldn't find any of the PS2 games when I wanted to actually get them, and I had my own money at the time. And my brother, he didn't mind letting me use the games, and I still have the memory cards in my PS2. But there's another thing, not a lot of people have a working PS2, I don't have to go on the internet to download my BIOS file. I can just copy and paste it from my PS2. And I just made a file with my BIOS on a flash drive, just in case, very handy. You want to be careful how you do that though. You can actually accidentally delete your PS2 BIOS and then you're up a creek without a paddle. But you know, like, the PS2 was such a great generation of console. So many games to play, so much fun, so much interaction, people coming over, bringing their consoles, setting up Ethernet cables. Good times. And it's funny, but I don't even know how YouTube figured this out, but a lot of you guys who are watching this are like either my brother's generation or my generation, you know? Either 20-something-year-olds, 30-something-year-olds like me, or yeah, 30 to 45-year-old like my brother. And nothing against that, you know? It just amazes me that I literally hit the audience of people who loved Armored Core, you know? People who grew up with it, you know? And that's what I wanted to do. And I'm hoping that in there are some people who never even heard of the IP or touched upon it, because I want them to know Armored Core, because it's a great game. And now that everyone's watching them, I'm like, wow. People actually want to know. And maybe most of you are probably old fans, but maybe a few of you are new fans. Maybe you're saying, this is what Armored Core is like in general. If it just has evolved in the mechanics, but the base core concept is designing your AC and going out there and trying different combinations until you win, you know, trying to stay out of debt, then you've learned the experience. You've learned the core concept of Armored Core. And it can be a lot of fun, you know? Sometimes they reward you for going into debt, sometimes they don't. It gets really, gets really crazy. Ah, man. I love this game so much. Ah, man. I played so much Armored Core 2 when I was little. My brother didn't let me play 3. He didn't like 3, but he liked Silent Line more, which is, you know, most people. And I would say 3 is the Armored Core that forged me, and 2 was the Armored Core that established me. You know, really set my skills into solid steel. You know, Armored Core 2 can be brutal, Armored Core 3 is unforgiving. You know? Armored Core 2, there is coming back after defeat. Armored Core 3, if you lose, you gotta start all over again if you don't save. That's why it's important to save in Armored Core, you know? You make one tiny screw up, and then you lose all that progress, you lose the game, you gotta go back and complete those missions, and I can guarantee you that every time you go back and do those missions again, you will never complete it the same way. Because every change you do, no matter how little or how well you perform, will affect the outcome of your overall success. Everything you do will change all the time. You might get an A rank on the same mission, and the next time you'll get a D, or maybe you'll get a B. You'll get good cash flow, or you might not make money. You might break even, have like made no money and used all that cash to support your ammunition and your AC repair. Things like that happen, but they teach you. You know, Armored Core is a brutal teacher, but it's one that you learn from. That's why I say Armored Core 2 is brutal, because if you rack up a certain amount of debt, over 50,000, you become a human plus. And granted, that has a dark implication, but it makes the game easier. And my first playthrough of Armored Core 2, I got human plus stage 1, and I beat the game. And stage 1 really doesn't give you anything special. This gives you better energy consumption and the cooling. You know? And Human Plus is really tricky because they kept on changing the concept. In 3, it's an optional part. You have to unlock that at the end of the game. You have to go back in the arena, and fight all the people who are Human Plus. So, if I remember correctly, Thunderhouse here, he's Human Plus. you fight him, you get the ability to access heavy cannons on your back. Who was it? Someone higher up. Not only Milky Way. You have the Moonlight. Where's the Moonlight? Hostile troop? Maybe it's hostile. Nope. No. Really? No, it's definitely not. Nocturne, Valkyrie. Valkyrie is actually an interesting consort. I like Valkyrie as an actual character NPC. Never an enemy, actually a friend. Very useful. Is it BB? BB. No. Ace is a human plus. You do need to fight him to earn. If I remember correctly. I could be wrong. It's been a while. Ah, man. No. You know, it's been a long time since I completed these, but, you know, that's why I can always come back, because, you know, I play this game a lot, and I still forget everything, and everything's a new experience. Oh yeah, Nocturne. You beat him, you get the longer blade amplitude, so your regular beam blade is a set length, but if you get the human plus, the OPI intensify part, and you have to fight him, and you get the blade increase. I forget who gives you the radar feature on it. You know, it seriously rewards you for beating the game. God, there's so much, you really can have fun.
Preparations are underway for a full-scale assault on Crescent.
And I love the concept of union, you know? I mean, a group against a controller, because the controller is corrupt and falling apart.
The facility is
beautiful.
Well guarded against intruders. Our goal is to neutralize both and safeguard. Your objective is twofold. Destroy. We've employed multiple Ravens. This mission will be a joint.
If I had to say anything, Armor Core is like a dystopian 1920s America in the future. That's also underground. And, you know, or on the surface. It plays around with where it is, but still it plays a lot like the 1920s, you know? Granted, Armor Core 5 is a little bit different. Armor Core 5 is more like medieval Europe. And bye-bye.
Area secure. Head to sector E33.
Oh man. And I remember when I played this on the PS3 emulator. The PS3 emulator, a very solid emulator. I recommend people to try it. At least one. The emulator community for the PS3 or the PSP. Very nice people. I gotta say, I love the feedback from the PS3 people, but the PSP people, I love their dedicated Discord. You know, I didn't think people would love a handheld Sony console more than any other console, but they really do. And they're actually probably some of the greatest people to ever talk to. I recently left their Discord because I just,
area secure. Sector N41 is next.
I just use them for help on my emulator. And I gotta say, they were wonderful, you know? Real people who cared about playing the game and making sure other people could play it too.
Sector S11 clear. Geyser, sector E07 is next.
I've always been an advocate a bit for classic games, and I believe everyone should have the opportunity to play a classic game, you know? They shouldn't look down upon the graphics aren't perfect, but
I'm low on ammo. Give me a hand.
You know,
This is Joker.
a good
Sector
game,
S04
no matter
is
how
clear.
old, can be enjoyed by everyone.
Too slow.
And
Get to sector S6
that's my
and
greatest
41
hope,
clear.
you know?
Move to sector W07.
Disengaging. Out of ammo.
And here I am. I got subscribers,
My
I got
AC is
views.
taking a beating.
people actually enjoy and comment.
Sector E01 clear.
Granted, there are a few who are like, yeah, no. And I'm like, that's
Enemy
fine.
units converging on
That's
Sector
okay.
N32.
Not everyone has to like what I do, but
W07
they
clear.
watch.
Head to
Made a
Sector
decision.
S31.
And I don't want people to indiscriminately
Sector
like something, you know,
E07 clear.
because it's something they like to watch a
Geyser,
lot.
take care of Sector C09.
And I don't think anyone does that, but I never thought people would actually listen to me. You know?
Sector N32 clear.
So I guess thank you is in order, you know? Thank you for watching my stuff, really, you know? I normally pray in the comments, but
Sector S16 clear.
I seriously
What's next?
appreciate it.
Joker, Sector C13, hurry. Sector S31 clear. You're our front line, Raven. Go to Sector C00. Destroy the generators and any opposition.
Sector S42 clear. Sorry, but my AC has had it.
Understood, Apathy. Get clear.
You guys are wonderful, you know? The Armored community, I've always been the one that cares. I want people to actually watch, you know? And there's always people who say, like, you know, you don't know what you're talking about, but that's fine. When I do that on purpose to mess with people, you know? This gets boring, but
That's it.
you gotta expose the
facility
butthurt
is
from
ours.
the people who actually care.
Good work, everyone.
But they have to
That
do
was
it all
a
the time
textbook
now.
operation.
I find that most people are wonderful.
Mission complete.
You know, honest,
Combat
caring
system
people, but
disengaged.
you always have a few who think this guy sucks, and that's fine. Well, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. You know, people sometimes forget. Armor Core is not one of those things that you can like remember off the top of your head. Everything, most of it, is very hard to remember. And I don't think I remember half of what I remember if I didn't play this game for so long. I mean, I love this game so much, I still play it. This is a series I have been exposed to since I was 3. And I have been playing since I would say like I was 5. You know, Armor Core is fun. It's fun. Just that. It's a great game that everyone can sit down and talk about and love.
Irrefutable evidence uncovered by one of our spies points to Union as the group behind it has also come to our attention. The Kisaragi, Union's next move involves a plot to disrupt the weight.
Oh, this one. I need hover legs. Legs. Best legs in the market. I hope that as more Armor Core comes out, that people will enjoy it, because it's a series that deserves every ounce of love a person could give. It's a lot of fun. Okay. Yeah, I'll take that. And this. You might say, why would you want an antenna Well, the head has already an antenna built into it. Because not all the radars the head have are useful. Sometimes they're just good for pointing out where the enemy is. They have terrible ECM.
Irrefutable evidence. It is also.
Alright, we've already read this bit. Let's do it. Smelting facility. Smelting. In the PSP, there's actually a pistol hidden right on that rock there.
Lower level. No AC can withstand those temperatures.
It's the pistol from Armored Core 2. The really good pistol, the gray one.
Enemy AC detected. Temperature level increasing. Be careful.
Oh, Jiminy. You don't really want to die to me, man. You just want to stay where you are. Fire pit. Oh boy. Oh Nelly. Oh Nelly. Yee! Oh man. Yep. Okay, there we go. There we go. Upwards. Really? He's that close? Dude, come on. Above the ledge? Good. I fell back in the ledge, didn't I?
All bombs removed. Please return to base.
And that is how it's done.
Mission complete. Callback system disengaged.
Man. The bomb disarmament ones are always the one that it's always like a trap that you're forced to go. They can be a lot of fun, but they can also be a real pain. No matter what Armored Core you play. God. I didn't expect people to watch my stuff. You know, I was okay with just the 10 views a video, but wow. Hundreds? A couple hundred of you every time? Wow. And I never thought I would get this far in any, I don't know, video. You know, my friends, they would joke around and say, do podcasts, man. You can do a podcast. People would love to hear you. And I'm like, I have no idea how to do a podcast. And the only reason I'm doing YouTube is because I made this channel when I was in high school. And a long, long time ago, in my, I want to say my sophomore year. Yeah, my sophomore year. And I only had one video. That was it. Just for school. You know, it just blew me away. So many people are like really interested in what I gotta say. All because I'm posting out content from the games I play for the fun of it, you know? And I guess it really will say how much the replay value has for me for Armored Core, but I know there's other people that have tried it and played it. Some people try it as a religion, and it's kind of nice seeing everyone come out and talk about it, you know? People are making more videos every day talking about how much they wanted to see us come back and it's finally here. And it's amazing to see everyone come out. Because the Armored community, we all knew there were a lot of us. We never knew the full scope, you know, like, I always thought it was like a couple thousand, but it's a couple 100,000 or more now, and it's bigger than I thought. I always thought it was sort of a, you know, a hidden thing, a hidden gem that not many people knew about, you know. And at the time, I felt kind of right, because, I mean, for a long time, I only saw like 2 people make videos about Armored Core. At all, if any. You know, it's, I feel very whelmed to know that people are actually interested, and people are actually going out to try to play this game. Any of the Armored Cores, you know, it's worth it. It is one of the best experiences in video games a person can have. Yes, the controls are difficult, but once you learn them, man, you feel like a god. And I can be honest, the hook, you know, the claw grip, hurts like a motherfucker. Don't try the claw grip, man. It hurts your hand. It hurts so much. God knows how screwed up my hand is, because I did it for a few years. But I've never played this game with the controller backwards, ever. And perhaps it's a good thing, you know? Let's say you're a new person to this franchise. Should you start out with Armored Core 6? Yes. Yes, you should. You might say, why is that? Because, in my opinion, it doesn't matter where you start out in Armored Core. You could be one of the new gen, people in my generation who were like, really into 4 and 5 and thought the old games were sort of blah. Or you could be like people in my brother's generation who played the old games and has like extreme reference to it and enjoyed the control scheme, for even though it was difficult, it rewarded them at times. But a true Armored Core fan doesn't really care. You know, you sort of realize that all the Armored Cores play a lot alike, and no matter the control scheme or what little quirk they add, it's still Armored Core. You have fun. You have the war, you have the world changing that you can do. You are the thing that changes the world. And you're always no-name figure that goes off on a grand adventure to try to survive day by day. Thank you guys for being awesome. You know, you've shown the power of word. That my word has meaning, that I can strike a chord And that what I do has meaning. No matter how long you watch this. Or how often. You know, it's amazing.
Your services are required.
We'd like you to execute an attack on one of Crest's assembly plants.
Maybe for next time. I'll do those. But, you know, if you want to see more Armored Core 3, consider liking and watching what I have. If you want to see a different Armored Core, I have access to most of them. I think I have to tweak my files if I'm going to have to play Last Raven, which I will eventually play. I think I'll be sticking to 3 for now because this is the one that I have a lot of good memories around Armored Core 3. You know? But keep checking my channel. I'll post new content every day I can. Some days I can't. You know, but that's only because I'm trying to get an actual job, which can be tough, you know. And it's nice to know that people enjoy my little hobby I have. You know, I guess that sets me apart from most people. I'm not trying to turn this into a side hustle. I'm trying to just enjoy it and provide stuff for people to enjoy. That's all. Well, till then, tune in next time to Sideline NK. Catch you on the flip side.